Why have you never stood next to nobody? Because you studied the 48 laws of power.
Nah, man, that's whack. And he knew exactly what I meant because he'd been standing next to something his entire career.
Right.
He stood next to Biggie. You put hot on him. That's stand next to the fighters he want, right? You stood next to Mace. Stood next to Jock. Look, Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere.
Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone.
Kim probably told all that shit in her book. You understand? That up and got missing the day she died.
Brace yourselves, guys, because the rumor mill is churning like butter on a hot day. It seems that Diddy, also known as Puff Daddy, has been battling gay rumors for over a decade. But that's not all. According to the one and only 50 Cent, Diddy is also tangled up in the mystery surrounding Biggie's murder. And he's not the only celebrity involved. It's a regular who's who of the list. But wait, it gets even juicier. Fans are coming out of the woodwork to support 50 Cent's accusations, claiming that this isn't the first time Diddy has been accused of shady dealings. Buckle up, folks, you're in for a wild ride. If you were grooving on the dance floor in the late 90 seconds, you'll remember how Bad Boy Records ruled the music scene. With chart-topping hits and mind-blowing music videos featuring flashy suits and explosive effects, Puff Daddy was on top of the world. It was an era of pure musical magic, but now it seems like there was a dark side to all that glitz and glamour.
Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead.
When we take a closer look at the musicians who signed on with Bad Boy Records, things start to look a little shady. Sure, there were flashy outfits and vibrant colors, but there were also reports of mistreatment of artists and some sketchy deals happening behind closed doors. But that's not even the half of it. A significant number of the musicians associated with the label met tragic ends. Some passed away before their time, some ended up broke or behind bars. But perhaps the most surprising trend was the number of musicians who left the industry altogether to pursue a religious calling. Over 3 of Diddy's former collaborators turned their backs on the glitz and glamour of the music biz to follow a spiritual path. And that's not all, folks. Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's famous for spilling Hollywood secrets, had some things to say about Diddy's time at Bad Boy Records. She revealed that the label was founded by 5 people, 3 of whom have since passed away, while I'll Be Sure was left in a coma. But guess who's still standing? That's right, Diddy, who's earned himself the nickname Honeycombs from Wright. It's enough to make your head spin. According to Jaguar Wright, the other 4 members of Bad Boy Records were preparing to write tell-all autobiographies before their untimely deaths. Even I'll Be Sure, who miraculously survived a coma, had been working on a book before he met his unfortunate end. Wright dropped a bombshell when she suggested that someone may have tried to prevent the release of these books, as they contained information that someone wanted to keep hidden. When 50 Cent made the bold claim that anyone connected to Diddy ended up down on their luck, the internet erupted in outrage. Many accused him of trying to bring down Diddy, but as more information came to light, even Diddy's staunchest supporters began to question his actions. It all started with the sudden retirement of Mace, a young rapper who'd achieved massive success at Bad Boy Records in the late 90 seconds. His debut album Harlem World went quadruple platinum and topped the charts, so it was a shock when he announced he was leaving the music industry to become a preacher. Mace, whose real name is Mason Betha, claimed that God had called him to a higher purpose and that his earlier rap music had led others astray. The music industry was shooketh when Mace, a 19-year-old rapper who had achieved massive success, announced his retirement from music to become a preacher. People couldn't wrap their heads around it. What made him go from spitting bars to spreading the gospel? The mystery only deepened when Mace established Sane Ministries, where he now goes by the name Minister Mace. According to an insider, he was inspired by a powerful vision from God. Anyone who wants to mess with you will think twice when you're with the Lord. It seems that Mace's decision was a good one, as he's the only one who seems to have made it out unscathed from his time with Bad Boy Records. But wait, there's more. Loon, another musician from Bad Boy Records, also had a spiritual awakening. After dropping his first album with the label in 2003, he converted to Islam and changed his name to Amir Junaid Muhaddin. His newfound faith led him to quit the music industry and move to Egypt, where he lived until 2011. It seems that there's something in the water at Bad Boy Records that makes people seek out a higher power. Or maybe it's just that the music industry is a crazy place and sometimes you need a little divine intervention to get through it. Diddy just can't seem to stay out of hot water. As he gets older, more and more scandalous stories about him emerge. We're not here to discuss his sexual preferences, whether he's gay, straight, or somewhere in between. But the fact that he might use it as a tool for power and domination over others is a serious concern. In a shocking Instagram video from 2020, Jaguar Wright, a well-known artist famous for spilling secrets, made a disturbing claim that Diddy forced male artists to engage in sexual acts with him in exchange for power. Wright revealed that she had hired an entertainment lawyer who had recently left Diddy's record label, but she couldn't disclose the lawyer's name due to concerns of potential retaliation. According to Wright, the lawyer confided in her about a troubling incident they had experienced while working for Diddy's label. Apparently, Diddy was meeting with singer and New York City actor Christopher Williams, possibly to finalize a demo deal, when the lawyer arrived to obtain approval for some documents. What happened next is beyond shocking. The door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. Wright said, when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. The lawyer was not particularly bothered by the unexpected sight, but it was embarrassing for her. She remained composed until D-Man brought it up the next day, reportedly in an aggressive manner, and inquired whether she intended to report it to anyone. When she tried to ask him respectfully why he hadn't locked the door during the encounter, he allegedly said, "I'll do whatever the F I want to do in my building. It's power." See, Diddy told the lawyer, "If I could make a man suck my D, I could make people do anything for money." Wright, for her part, was adamant that Diddy had threatened he was going to ruin the attorney's life if she said anything to anyone. "You better not try to do nothing to her either," Wright said. "She had nothing to do with you being no sodomite, forcing men to do degrading acts just so you could prove how FC King powerful you are." As soon as she spoke her piece, Diddy's former security Gene Deal confirmed that Jaguar was indeed not lying in the video. He said, "I know that for a fact because I was right there." He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door and don't let nobody come through." I said I'll watch the door, and if I watched the door and him and a man ran out naked, and I said that ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself. I'm telling you what I saw. In recent years, more and more controversial stories about Diddy have emerged. While his sexual orientation is not the focus of this discussion, allegations that he uses it to exert power and control over others have come to light. In a 2020 Instagram video, musician Jaguar Wright claimed that Diddy forced male artists to engage in sexual acts with him for the sake of power. Wright had hired an entertainment lawyer who had worked at Diddy's record label, and the lawyer shared a troubling experience they had while working there. Diddy allegedly met with singer Christopher Williams, and the lawyer was seeking approval for some documents when the incident occurred. Former Bad Boy Records bodyguard Gene Deal released a video where he revealed that his time working with Diddy inspired him to begin praying and quoting scriptures. Artists who signed with the label reportedly faced financial ruin, emotional damage, and trauma. Some may have faced unjust legal targeting, while others died unexpectedly. Many who worked with Diddy witnessed disturbing events that led them to turn to religion for solace. It appears that some musicians who collaborated with Diddy not only found comfort in religion but also made a complete lifestyle shift to dedicate themselves entirely to it. This suggests that they may have witnessed something so heinous that they needed to seek sanctuary in religion to restore their mental health. Diddy has remained silent on social media regarding these allegations, and given his history, it is unlikely that he will address them publicly. For many fans, it is difficult to discern the truth in Diddy's case. One Twitter user wrote, "But the moral of the story, Biggie was a sacrifice for Diddy, and everybody he signed after that was pawns to get richer, my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I wouldn't sign with Diddy even if I was desperate." Another added, writing, "I don't know if the Illuminati is real or not, but if it is, P. Diddy is definitely one of the generals." Nonetheless, remember that this video is based on speculations and personal opinions and should not be taken as truth. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye.